Close to like 9, bring me that phone.
I ain't had to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't had to die to meet the devil. I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to show you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said, I'ma hold you down when problems pop up. How you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said, don't you want the Benz vertical with the top up? Yeah. Stop, bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's pop up. I know you know Ron. You the plug from by the block up? I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up in commas, be honest, he seen decent dope. I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. Fat, he ain't looking too good, his knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle, he got stuck up for his bundle. But them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble. At least he got a house, mama is living good. Said the feds took it all, he right back in the hood. I see you try to play me, you gave us crack in the 80s. Made us support our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me. I guarantee that you gon' regret it, remember I said it. Nah, you could dead it. What you saying, I can't win? Nah, devil, nice try, so until we meet again. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't had to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my fight. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's tripe, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. As Trayvon, Mike Brown, a cocktail, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Olden, Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil.
I'm get your shower and your clothes ready for bed. So you can play the game today.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
Okay.
Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. Then we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil and said, I pray for every devil.
read in Hebrews, that stand and walk with the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Most High. And we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, the robber link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, practice better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't dead, then we don't dream of life. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love, their reflection. No matter what the complexion, we got a common connection. A part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection. Through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
All right, Shalom Israel, it's the Israelite School of UPK, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. I'm Natazab, Officer 500. Today with me, I got Officer Karan Yala, Officer 50. You understand? Like I said, today is Monday night history class. And one of the topics I want to get into today is, you know what I'm saying, the term African American. You understand? Because since the 1980s, it's a certain person. We're going to get into, matter of fact, I'm going to send it to you right now, the article. You know what I'm saying? It's a brother named Jesse Jackson who coined it. Go ahead.
So like it, sir. You don't got my rib number, huh?
Live. No, but don't worry about it. I just read it because it's only like 3 lines from the article that I was to read. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's a person that coined the term African American. You understand? Like we've been over there for the last 400 years, and only within these last 30 years we've been 35 years we've been called African American. And it wasn't even a legal term where they can put it on paper or put it on documents and call us that. You know what I'm saying? Only like I think 1990 was the year they started to actually put that on paper. You understand? But Jesse Jackson is the person who coined that term, African American, and he coined that term in 1988. You understand? Because he didn't want to be called black anymore, and he said that other races they get their name or their nationality from the landmass that they come from. So he was like, okay, we were slaves in Africa, and then we came over here, so we are Africans, and we came to America, and we live in America. This is our home now. So he created the term African American, and then before that it was black, and before that the Portuguese, when they first came over here with Christopher Columbus, you understand, and the Pilgrims, they was calling us Negroes, which is a Portuguese word which means black. You understand? So what I'm bringing out is that black people in America, we the only people whose nationality change every 10 years. You understand? Every 10 years, every couple decades, we get a new name for our nationality. You understand? So we're gonna get into why this happens. You understand? Why are we the only people whose nationality changes? You know what I'm saying? So the first scripture I'm gonna pull is matter of fact, let me get Deuteronomy 28:1. No, matter of fact, start at 27:1. Baba Kashab. Deuteronomy 27:1. Because it's a certain reason why we the only people on the planet who nationality change the way it does. Every 10 years, every couple of decades. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years from now, we probably not even gonna be called African Americans or black or Negroes. We're gonna be called something else. You understand? We're gonna be called African American X or something. Or African X. Cause I guess X mean like, you know what I'm saying, that you crossing whatever name that they gave you out. Like Malcolm X, he called himself Malcolm X because he didn't want to have a slave last name. I don't know what the hell our nationality is going to be 10 years from now. You understand? Everybody else, they know who the hell they are. They know who they come from. They know who their forefather is and all that. But black people in America, you understand, we don't know who the hell we come. We don't know what our nationality is. You know what I'm saying? And we just take it and run with it. You understand? I don't know why it's echoing. You can read that when you got it.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying,
And hold on. And Moses, with the elders of Israel, commanded the people, saying, you know what I'm saying? This is when we left Egypt and we was in the wilderness. And Moses and all the elders came together and they commanded the children of Israel. They commanded, and today the children of Israel will be so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. When we was in that wilderness, Moses and the elders, they commanded us to do something, right? What did they command us? Keep going.
Come on, sir. Keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
He said, Moses and the elders of Israel said, keep all the commandments that I command you this day. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Quinto, is the sound still going? Is breaking up? Tell you got your phone dead. Yeah, see if it's breaking up. You know what I'm saying? But the Moses and the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments that I command you this day. You understand? We entered into an oath with God when we did this, man. You understand? Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 2. And it shall be on the day when ye shall pass over Jordan unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, that thou shalt set thee up great stones and plaster them with plaster.
Right. So basically, Moses and the elders of Israel told the Israelites to keep all the commandments that he commanded this day. You understand? So go to Deuteronomy 28:1. So now we're gonna get more into it. So now the Lord is gonna give us. He gonna tell us what's gonna happen if we do listen to what he said and we keep listen to what Moses and the elders said throughout it. So now he's gonna tell us what's going to happen when we do keep those laws, statutes, and commandments. Read Baba Kashab.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Man, you see that? So he said, look, if you do what I told you to do in Deuteronomy 27:1, and you listen to Moses and the elders, and you keep all the law, statutes, and commandments, he said he's gonna set us on high above all the nations of the earth. He didn't say he's gonna make everybody's gonna be equal. He said he was gonna put us on high above everybody. You understand? So that's the good thing that he said was gonna happen if we do keep the laws. You understand? We won't be homeless. We won't be on child support. We won't be going to prison. We won't catch AIDS. We won't be homosexuals in our community. Everything that plagued the Black, Hispanic, Native American community, everything that plagued our community happens because we disobey God. You understand? We're not listening. First off, we don't have elders telling us to keep God's laws. In fact, the Christian church and NAACP and Jesse Jackson, the one who coined the term African American, they teach Black and Hispanic people that the laws of God are done away with. But now we don't want to get sidetracked. But the Lord said, this is what's going to happen if you keep my laws. Y'all going to be great. You understand? Y'all going to be respected. Y'all going to have some morals. Y'all going to love each other. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to get into what's going to happen if we don't keep the laws of God. Go to Deuteronomy 20:15. Drop down to 15, Baba Kashar.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Man, so this what he said. He said, so this what's going to happen if you don't. He said, but if you don't, meaning it's a stipulation. If you do keep it, this is what's going to happen. But if you don't, it's a flip side to the coin. You understand? He gave you this side of the coin, but this is what's going to happen on this side of the coin. He said, if you don't, Baba Kashab, Most High Christ. He said, if you don't, all these curses gonna come upon thee and overtake thee. And that's why the Black community is the way it is right now. You understand? And on top of that, one of those curses was losing your identity. That was one of the curses that God put on Black people. You understand? That's why I brought up earlier. That's why our nationality changed so much, because we Black people in America are under curses. You know what I'm saying? We don't literally we the only people on the planet whose nationality change every goddamn 10 years, man. And that's because that's a curse from God. You know what I'm saying? So now let's get the curse. Let's go to Jeremiah 14:7. Let's go to Jeremiah 14:7. So we're gonna get the curse that God said what was gonna happen to us if we disobey him. He said, all these curses shall come upon you. You understand? Right now, Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, you live in a curse. Your cousin just died. You know what I'm saying? Your mom died in a car accident. Your cousin strung out on drugs. Your other cousin in jail. Your sister got 30 baby daddies. You understand? All these different things that's going on in our community. These are curses from God because we disobey God. You understand? And one of the curses I want to get into is discontinuing from our heritage. Why we call it Black, African American, Afro American. Read it when you get about Gashar.
Come, sir. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 7. O Lord, though our iniquities testify against us, do thou it for thy name's sake, for our backslidings are many. We have sinned against thee.
We have sinned against thee. Was it 7? No, all right, so Slacky, that's not the script. Let me pull it right quick. But this is one of the curses that the Lord said was going to happen to us, man. Let me mute you. This is one of the curses the Lord said was going to happen to us if we disobey these commandments. Because he said, if you do keep what I said, you're going to be great. You understand? But if you don't keep what I said, then all these curses shall come upon you. Let me see. I'm tripping. Oh, let's go to Jeremiah 17:4, Salakia.
Okay.
You can read when you got it.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
You see that the Lord said, even remember, he said all these curses was going to come upon us and overtake us. He said, even thou shalt discontinue from thine heritage, which I gave thee. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians a heritage, man. He gave Black people a heritage. You know what I'm saying? He gave Black people a name. He gave Black people an identity. He gave Black people a culture. You understand? But you know why we don't know our culture? Because we're not being. The Lord said we was going to discontinue from our culture. We wasn't meaning that we wasn't going to know that we was Israelites no more. We wasn't going to know that we was from the tribe of Judah, or we was from the tribe of Issachar, or we was from the tribe of Manasseh. You know what I'm saying? We was going to discontinue from our heritage. And guess what? If you discontinue from something, you understand? That means if we discontinue from our heritage, that means we had to pick up another person's heritage. You understand? We had to pick up another person's identity. And that's why Black people destroyed. It don't work. It don't work if you don't pick up if you don't it don't work when you pick up somebody else's identity and try to use it as just yours. It's just not gonna work. You understand? The Lord said, what he said, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. Man, black people, we discontinue from the heritage that God gave us. That's why we eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork. We shave our beard. We homosexuals. We smoke weed, sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? Our women is whores. All these different things the Lord said was going to happen to us because we discontinued from our heritage. Whereas the Lord gave us a heritage that said you can't do none of those things that America told you was okay to do. You understand? And that's why your oppressor got to go into slavery, man. You understand? Because black people, Hispanic people, we were supposed to serve a 400-year sentence for disobeying God. But in that 400-year sentence, it was some things that your oppressor shouldn't have did. Like he shouldn't have took your goddamn heritage, your culture from you and named you an African American and named you a Negro and a Black. You understand? Because then you don't know who the hell you is no more. So you gonna pick up Islam, you gonna pick up Christianity, you gonna try to be a Buddhist, you gonna try all these different things. And the reason why you're doing that because you trying to find an identity, you trying to find a culture, man. You understand? And that's what the Lord said was gonna happen to us. Keep reading, Baba Kashah.
Come on, sir. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Man, see, and the Lord said he was gonna serve. He was gonna cause us to serve our enemies, man. But like I said, we were supposed to serve this 400-year sentence for disobeying God. But it was certain things that the oppressor wasn't supposed to do. You understand? He wasn't supposed to be killing Black people and Hispanic people while he killing us. He wasn't supposed to name us Hispanic, Native American, Indian, Black. He wasn't supposed to give us all these different terms. You understand? That's not our nationality. That's not our culture. You understand? But this is one of the curses that the Lord said was going to come upon us. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
You understand? Because we kindled a fire. The Lord said we was going to serve our enemies because we made him mad. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got to understand, Black people wrote the Bible. Just like somebody make you mad, you be like, man, he got me hot right now. She got me hot right now. That's why he said, kindle a fire in my anger. Lord said, man, y'all got me hot. Y'all want to serve all these different gods and do whatever the hell y'all want to do. Man, look, y'all going to discontinue from your heritage. Y'all going to be called African American. Y'all niggas going to be called Negro and Black. Y'all going to become a byword. Matter of fact, and I'm going to pull that scripture too. You know what I'm saying? You're going to become a byword. Let's get a Deuteronomy 28:37. Baba Kashah. You can read when you got it, Baba Kashah.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Right. We're gonna be a what it said, and thou shalt become an astonishment and a proverb and a byword among all nations with the Lord shall lead thee. And that's exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody and first off, we a nation that's not desired, man. First off, and everybody disrespect black people by calling them African American, by calling us Jamaicans, Haitians, you know what I'm saying, by calling us colored and Negro. The Lord said this was gonna happen. This we read Deuteronomy 28:1. The Lord said, if you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, this was gonna happen to you. And then we read Deuteronomy 28:37. He said, you're gonna become a byword. You're gonna discontinue from your heritage. You ain't gonna even know who you is no more. You ain't gonna know that you prince of the power, princesses of the power no more. You understand? You're gonna think that you got ties to Africa. You're gonna think that you got ties to America. You know what I'm saying? And all that, and that's lies, man. You understand? That ain't nothing but goddamn lies. So now what we gonna do is we gonna go into matter of fact, let me pull that go to Genesis chapter 10 right quick, Baba Kashar.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so let me see real quick. Let me get I'm about to pull this article right quick. All right, so this is the New African magazine, right? It's called New Africa, and it said in 1988, Reverend Jesse Jackson convinced American blacks. Slacky. In 1988, Reverend Jesse Jackson convinced America's black population to adopt the term African American. It has stuck for 24 years. This article was written a few years ago, but in 1988, that would be like 30 some years right now. You know what I'm saying? But in 1988, Reverend Jesse Jackson, he convinced black people in America to adopt the term African American. What was we called before that? Before that, we was called black. You understand? He said that we should adopt the term African American. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read why. He said, let me see. And it said, he said this is his reason why. It said black. He said black does not describe our situation. Jackson said in a 1988 speech encouraging black Americans to drop black and replace it with African. We are of African American heritage, Jackson forcefully argued. And so this brother forcefully argued that we ain't black. We African. He said we are of African American heritage, meaning that we got heritage in Africa and we got heritage in America. But what he got to understand is that we have heritage. We don't have heritage in Africa or America. You understand? We don't got no damn heritage in Africa or America, my nigga. I mean, you feel me? Because we have atrocities in Africa. Like Africans sold black people into slavery. You understand? They separated families just like America doing at the border, and they sold us into slavery. Then when we got here, we got hung, we got beat, we got crosses burned in our yard. You understand? We got hit with water hoses, dogs let loose on us, our babies sick used as alligator bait. This is not a heritage over here. You understand? This is obviously not our culture. But this is what Jesse Jackson forcefully argued. I'm saying on giving his reason on why we should be called African American and not be called black anymore. You understand? And then it said, let me see if I can get some more of what he said. Okay, let me see. To be called black is baseless, Jackson said in a December 1988 speech to a group of black leaders who had gathered in Chicago to discuss what they called a new national black agenda. Let me see. Jackson said had cultural integrity and would put black people in America in the proper historical context. So he want black people to be looked at as American, just like his oppressor. He want black people to be looked at and not be racially profiled or looked at as a slave or somebody that's less than by trying to give us the term African American. You understand? But what you don't understand is that makes you more of a goddamn slave. You know what I'm saying? Because all I do is just show that you really don't have no identity. So you're going to try to latch on to any identity that makes sense to you or latch on to any identity or anything that can give you leeway in this country, man. You understand? Like the Lord gave us a heritage, man. You understand? The heritage and the culture that he gave black people was being an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Being from the black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, man. Whether you be Haitian, Jamaican, African American, Mexican, all the way up to the Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? You are the princes of the power. You from the tribe. You from tribes of the Bible. You understand? That's your heritage. That's your culture. But he's trying to argue something different. He want to be called African American, man, because he understand that he's a slave. You understand? Let me keep reading. He said every ethnic group in this country has a reference to some land base, some historical culture base. Jackson pointed out that there are Armenian Americans and Jewish Americans and Arab Americans and Italian Americans. He said these let me see. Right, so he started bringing out, let me see, and he said by changing from black to African, Jackson hoped to alter the way black people thought of themselves in Africa and perhaps ignite too in a new mass movement. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, the civil rights came 1950. So basically what he was trying to do is trying to change the stigma of how black people feel about Africans and how black people feel about America. Because black people, if you smart, you understand, you would know that the Africans sold you into slavery. If you were smart, you would know that the people, the so-called Americans today, they had something to do with it. That's why you in America. You understand? But he said that basically we should forget about all that, and then we should just accept being in America. We should accept America's culture. We should accept African culture because we come from we mixed in the middle. You understand? We mixed in the middle, so we should just accept both cultures, man. But he don't want to bring out and point out the crimes that both of these people committed against black people and committed against Hispanic people and Native American. He don't want to talk about that. You understand? And that's why another reason why you should never believe your Christian pastors, man. You understand? Because they're a goddamn lie. You understand? Because Jesse Jackson, like black people was messing with him in the 60s and 70s and all the 80s and all that. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, Jesse, he for black people, man. He for black. He was against abortion. He was against everything that then in the Bible was saying, man. And then guess what? They threw that nigga a bag. They started giving that nigga money. And he was like, you know what? I'm pro-abortion. I'm African American now. God loves everybody. Then that nigga started teaching, man. You understand? That's why, just to get a little sidebar, that's why this story when Christ was talking to the rich man, you know what I'm saying? The rich man was like, man, Christ was like, man, if you want to follow me, you want to be like me, love your brother, honor your mother, do this, do that, do that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, Christ named a lot of stuff, basically telling him to keep the law. And the rich man's response was, man, I keep the law. I do everything you just said. I keep every single law. So Christ said, okay, damn. Okay, so if you want to be perfect, then sell everything that you got and then follow me. And it said that the rich man walked away down there weeping because he was like, I got too much. I got Rolls Royces and Lamborghinis, and that's the type of spirit that your Christian pastors got. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to actually follow Christ, man, because y'all do understand Christ was poor, right? The disciples was poor. You know what I'm saying? Just like niggas in ISUPK, niggas is poor, like, you know what I'm saying? But your Christian pastor, he gonna tell you a goddamn lie, man, because he can't afford to tell you the truth because he's not gonna benefit from it. That's why Jesse Jackson started calling black people in America African Americans. Being called African American came from him. You understand? But let's scratch that. Let's get a 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. You know what I'm saying? Being called African American came from Jesse Jackson, man. And before that, the name of our nationality was black and Negro. And guess where that came from? That came from the oppressor. So everything that's revolving around our nationality is complete confusion, man. You understand? Read that when you got a bogus shot.
Kawakah, sir. And if I may, I get this precept before you, I want to touch on what you just said and pull a precept for exactly what you said about Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna get the precept you asked for. You said 1 Corinthians 14 and what, sir?
33.
33, Kamakai. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of
For God is not what?
For God is not the author of confusion.
Man, the Lord is not the author of confusion, man. You know what I'm saying? It's confusion. It's confusion for your nationality to change every 10 years. You know what I'm saying? To be called Negro, to be called Black, African American, Afro American. You know, that is confusion. What the hell are you? What the hell is Black people or Black people in America? What the hell are we? You understand that? Like that is confusion, and that should anger you, especially if you really care about your culture. Like you grow, like your grandma grew up, they was calling themselves Negro, they was calling themselves Black. Then you grow up and you call yourself African American. What the hell your kids gonna be called next? What the hell your children gonna be called next? So you need to start acting like, damn, why the hell our nationality keep changing? You know what I'm saying? Why we keep? You need those are the questions that Black people need to ask. You know what I'm saying? And then once you start trying to figure out those questions and ask those questions, you will see that you fit the curses in the Bible. The scriptures say that you was going to discontinue from your heritage. The scriptures say you was going to become a byword. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that you ain't going to know that you was an Israelite no more. You know what I'm saying? And look, guess what? The same thing happened during the time of Christ. You understand? That's why Christ had to send his disciples to all these different lands and preach to who? To the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The same thing the ISUBK do. And what made them lost? Because them niggas didn't know that there was Israelites either. They was calling themselves Greeks. They was calling themselves Samaritans. You know what I'm saying? Arabs, Africans. They was doing the same thing that we doing today. Because they forgot. You know what I'm saying? Because their forefathers sinned against God as well. And then they got led into captivity. You know what I'm saying? Then our forefathers sinned against God. And we got led into different captivities. And eventually we forgot who the hell we was. And it's in the Bible that said this is gonna happen to us. That's how we know we Israelites. Like this is the thing with the Bible. Like the Bible is so raw. Like you could not know who your dad is. You know what I'm saying? And you can read these curses, and 9 times out of 10 you'll be like, you know what? Damn, I'm an Israelite. I gotta be an Israelite. Like now I keep going to jail. I got drug addiction. You know what I'm saying? I got 30 baby mama. I got all these different things. Man, I gotta be an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? The scriptures say that he gave you the law, and he gave only you the law, and he only gave you the curses. That's why the oppressor can be evil as hell and still be running America. You know what I'm saying? That's why he can eat all the pork he want. He's not gonna be number one for diabetes. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's more white people that's homosexuals, but guess who got the most AIDS? Black people. It's literally more white people that's homosexuals, but more Black people got AIDS. That's ridiculous. That's because Black people are under curses, and everybody else not. Everybody else can do what the hell they want to do. But if you try to be like them Black, Hispanic, Native American, man, you're gonna be destroyed for doing that. And that's what happened to Black people in America. We wanted to be like everybody else, so the Lord snatched our identity away, and we became whatever. The people that want whatever they want us to be, that's who we became. But you got that precept you want to bring out though?
Common, sir. Yeah, it's heavy on what you said about the brother Reverend Jesse Jackson, right? Because like you absolutely 100% correct. Like before Barack Obama and the so-called Black people of today, that Black people kind of gravitated towards, like, okay, we should follow him. The black population in America, they for sure was rooting for Jesse Jackson and behind him 100% of the way. And then it's deep to where one brother can tell a whole nationality of people on in the Western Hemisphere that, look, man, you shouldn't be calling yourself Black. You should go by the term African American. This is how lost we are, right? But then this brother is a Christian and a reverend, and this is what the scripture says about these type of brothers. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind, See, Reverend Jesse Jackson, he's supposed to be a watchman for our people. He's supposed to be a person that sit up there and alert you when danger is coming your way. But he blind. He don't know what the hell he doing. He ain't been taught the proper ways of how to lead the people. But yet he's trying to lead the people at this time, right? I'm gonna continue. They are all ignorant, meaning this brother ain't been taught the right way on how he's supposed to lead the people. Like just coming out saying like, oh, we shouldn't be called black because it has no substance to it. We should go off of we should basically want to be like the other nations. You got Jews, fake Jews that's in this country, they call themselves Jewish Americans. You got Russians, that the white boys that came from Slovakia, oppressors that came from Russia that live in America, they call Russian Americans. Well, we came from Africa, we should be called African Americans. It says they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, right? The duty of a guard dog is supposed to bark and let you know what's going on when it's danger coming your way. The scriptures say, man, your watchmen is dumb dogs. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. They not smart enough or been taught by men above them to let you know when danger is coming your way. I'm gonna continue. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. They can't bark. They blinded by what's going on in America and want to be like these other nations. They can't tell you exactly what type of danger is coming your way because they too busy wanting to be like the oppressor. Verse 11, yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. Just like you said, sir. Like Reverend Jesse Jackson used to be basically speaking out against the plight and the poverty of black people. But as soon as they gave him that bag, he just sat back and shut his mouth and stopped actually fighting for the people, but just, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to keep his money how he was getting it, right? Let me read that again. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. These so-called Christian pastors are supposed to be the shepherds. A shepherd is a person that guides sheep to what they're supposed to do and where they're supposed to go. The shepherd not only guides the sheep to go get it food, but it cleans it, it grooms it, and it keeps it out of harm's way, right? Let me read that one more time. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They don't understand exactly what's going on with blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They can't teach you because nobody has taught them. All they know is, look, I'm oppressed in this country. I learned how to read the scriptures from the oppressor, which is the devil. So I'm gonna just go ahead off of my own interpretation and try to groom my people into wanting to be like the oppressor because I want to be like the oppressor. They all look to their own way. Look, man, Reverend Jesse Jackson sat back and took that bag, and now he's pro-abortion. He got that bag now. He don't care about the plight and poverty of blacks in America no more, right? Everyone for his gain from his quarter, right? Man, look, these Christian pastors is out for self. They don't care about the black community. They don't care about your mama being on drugs. They don't care about your mama having high blood pressure from her not keeping the dietary laws. They just gonna keep telling her, man, look, the law is done away with. Just come here and pay me the tithes. These dumb dogs, these Christian pastors, they don't have our best interests at heart. They just out for their own game. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is, sir, like, it's heavy that you brought out that about Jesse Jackson because the Lord is literally warning us about these type of niggas in the Bible. But that's all I had to say on that one. Salakia, sir.
Oh, hey, Most High in Christ, nigga, that scripture was heavy. You know what I'm saying? Go back to when you was reading when he said he can't understand.
Sir. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 10. Oh, Salakia. Yeah. 11. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like the brother was saying, a shepherd is for like to like okay, a shepherd is for to protect the sheep. Like you got wolves, you got bears, you got all these different animals that's coming to look and take the sheep and kill the sheep because they know sheep don't have no protection. You know what I'm saying? Like you try to catch a scorpion got a stinger. You know what I'm saying? You try to grab a rhino, that nigga got a big horn on his face. Every animal got some type of mechanism on their body to where they can protect themselves. The rattlesnake, it shoot venom. It bites you and kill you immediately. But a sheep, it don't have no protection, so it needs a shepherd. You know what I'm saying? But black people, the shepherds that's over black people is these Christian pastors, man. And they're not protecting black people. They're not protecting Hispanic people and Native Americans, man. You know what I'm saying? They said that they cannot understand, meaning that they can't understand this Bible. Like, these niggas are Christian. His name is Reverend Jesse Jackson. He's a Christian pastor. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, he's a Christian pastor. He teaches black people about the Bible. He teaches black people about God. But still, somehow, he don't know we the goddamn Israelites. He read this book every goddamn day, and still he can't see that we the goddamn Israelites. This nigga came and gave us a whole nother nationality. When it says in the book, hella times, you're going to be a byword. You're going to discontinue from your heritage. You ain't going to know who you is, and this and that. This nigga's a Christian pastor, and he don't even see that, man. You know why? Because Christian pastors don't understand the Bible. You understand? Because if that was the case, if he did, he would have never coined the term African American, man. And you know why Jesse Jackson coined the term African American? You understand? He coined the term African American because what do Christians want to do? Christians want to get along with everybody. Christians want to love everybody. You understand? So being a Christian, what I'm supposed to do if I follow the oppressor's God, I'm supposed to love the people that sold me and the people that bought me. You understand? Matter of fact, I'm gonna become both of y'all. We all equal. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Your oppressor would never do that. You know what I'm saying? The people that oppress black people, I mean, they would never do that, man. You know how I know? Because Britain went to war with America. You know what I'm saying? Because America went to break off because they felt like they was getting done wrong. They was like, man, we ain't finna take all this, everything we got, and go give it to the queen, man. To hell with that queen. She ain't over here, nigga. We ain't finna, we ain't finna be called Britain Americans. And we finna just call ourselves Americans. You know what I'm saying? This is the new world. Meaning this is a new society that we're about to start. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to give nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? They did a wrong to us, so man, it's to hell with them. But black people, on the other hand, somebody wrong us, and we say, you know what? We're gonna become y'all. We're gonna love y'all. We're gonna give you all our love. You know, because the scriptures say that he don't have no understanding. The Christian pastors don't have no understanding, and the black people who follow them, they don't have any understanding either. Keep reading, Baba Gashar.
Khan, sir. They all look to their own way. Everyone from his quarter.
Right. They said they all look to their own way. You understand? All these Christian pastors, they look at what the hell can they do to benefit and take advantage of black people. Damn, that Christian pastor over there, he teach that. Damn, what can I teach to get their damn money? You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm going to come up with a nationality for them. I'm going to come up with African American. Then next thing you know, they're going to want me at all these different summits and organizations giving speeches. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look at me as great. They're going to give me all their goddamn money because I came up because that's what Christianity teaches black people to be soft and docile. You understand? He's like, man, look at, I can look my own way, figure out something to have all these people pay me, man. Then he came up with African American. You understand? And this is at a time when black people was they all in the national leagues and whatever it's called, doing like this. They putting up the fist. They all these different books coming out about history. You understand? And it's just crazy that these niggas got the Bible and they still lying to black people, man. They still lying to black people, man. They look in their own way, trying to figure out how they can continue to manipulate you and get some money about you, man. Keep reading.
Down, sir. Verse 12. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant.
Man, meaning that, man, look, we gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hand that. That's exactly why black people end up getting destroyed. Like, that's why Martin Luther King came out. I got a dream that little white boy gonna hold little girl, and then from there you just seen a decline in black people, man. You seen a decline in black businesses. You seen a decline in the morality in the black neighborhoods. You seen a decline in everything that has something to do with black people, man. Because these dumb dogs that got no understanding, they came out and they taught black people lies, and then they destroy black people, man. You understand? So yeah, that definitely was a heavy scripture. Let me see. But I want to get more into us being Africans. You know what I'm saying? Because the scriptures say that the Lord is not the author of confusion. Matter of fact, let me get Malachi 3:6, Baba Kashab. You understand? The Lord said, I'm not, Malachi 3:6, the Lord said he's not the author of confusion, man. You understand? And it's confusing it's confusing to black people when you tell them that God love everybody and then they living in the goddamn ghetto. It's confusing when you say that God loves everybody and everybody know who the hell they is except black people, man. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely confusing. And what the Lord said he's not the author of that. The Lord said he don't change. Malachi 3:6, read when you got it.
Okay, sir. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
Man, the Lord said he don't change. You understand? So who the hell is this God that the Christians got you serving? So who the hell is this God that they teaching you in their Christian church on Sundays? Because that's not the God of the Bible. The God of the Bible don't change, man. You understand? That's what you got to understand. The God of the Bible does not change. The Lord, he said, I am the Lord, I change not. Who the hell is this God that they trying to get black people to serve? You understand? Because that's a new God. That's not the God of this Bible. Who is the Christ that they teaching about in these Christian churches, man? Because that's not the Christ of this Bible. You understand? Who the hell is God's people? They done away with. The Lord said he changed not. You understand? He didn't throw his people away. But then this is something that you're not gonna learn, and these are questions that black people not gonna ask as long as they under the banner of Christianity. You understand? But the Lord said, I changed not, man. You understand? So let's get let me see let's get, as a matter of fact, let's get Genesis chapter 10.
Sir.
So now we're gonna get the history of the world. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody came from. You understand the genealogy and the pedigree of every person on this planet, man. After the flood. You know what I'm saying? After Adam and Eve sinned against God, you know what I'm saying? Years later the Lord caused the big flood and everybody was murdered in the flood except Noah and his 8 sons. And then from Noah and his 8 sons and their wives, the whole earth was repopulated. So let's get this right quick. Let's get to Genesis chapter 10. Let me pull it right quick. And this is a part of history. Like when you go and look at other societies, every society got the history of Noah's Ark. Every society talks about this great flood that happened years ago. You know what I'm saying? That great flood that they talking about is talking about Noah's Ark, man. You understand? And then why this is so important, because from Noah's Ark, from Noah is where the whole earth was repopulated and given their own lands, given their own languages, and given different things. You understand? And as well as black people, man. You understand? Black people are not African, and this is what we're going to prove right now. Read Genesis chapter 10, verse 1, Baba Kashab.
Sir. This is the book of Genesis chapter 10 and verse 1. Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
You know what I'm saying? He said, these are the generations of the sons of Noah. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Remember those 3 brothers.
Okay. And unto them were sons born after the flood.
Right. And then from these 3 brothers, so they had sons after the flood. You understand? After they got off that boat, you know what I'm saying? They started to have children after the flood. Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 2. The sons of Japheth, Gomer and Magog and Madai and Javan and Tubal and Meshech and Tyrus.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. And the sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz and Rimphath and Togarmah, and Togarmah. Verse 4. And the sons of Javan, Elisha and Tarshish, Kittim and Dadanim.
Right. So now it's just giving you the genealogy of all the sons he had, all the sons that Japheth had, and then the sons that Japheth's sons had, his grandchildren, and then all the way down. and start giving you the genealogy of all of them. And if you don't know who Japhet is the so-called Hawaiian, Samoans, Tongans, Aboriginal Australians, Malaysians. You understand? All those people. Those people are from Japhet, and they from Europe. That's why I said Tarshish and Kittim. Kittim is ancient Italy. If you didn't know that, and Kittim is ancient Italy, and that was all they are the original inhabitants of Europe, and they got pushed out their land into all these different lands running from white people. But jump down to 6 Baba Kashab.
Come. Verse 6, and the sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, and Phut, and Canaan.
You see that? And then it said Ham. It said Ham had 4 sons. He had Cush, Mizraim, Phut, and Canaan. Those were Ham's sons, man. You understand? And these are Africans. Like Africans, everybody know that Cush is Africa. Everybody know that the Canaanites was Africans. All these 4 people that he just named was all Africans, man. You understand? And then when you keep reading, it gives you the genealogy of all the sons that they had, and then it gives you genealogy of Nimrod and how he was a great hunter. You know what I'm saying? Which was the Ethiopians. You understand? So now I'm gonna get the Bible, what is it called? Salakia, the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. And now we're gonna look up Noah. You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna look up Noah. Because everybody know, because what did Jesse Jackson say? We African Americans. What did they call us? Everybody, first off, everybody in America thinks that black people in America are Africans. So now let's look at the Bible Dictionary. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna prove today that we have nothing to do with Africa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, Noah. Noah, the son of Lamech, intent is descended from Adam in the line of Seth. You see, I'm tripping. I gotta look up Ham, Slovakia. I'm gonna look up Ham. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japhet. Japhet is the Samoans and all them, and Ham is the Africans. So let's see if black people is African according to history. See, okay, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. You see that? It said Ham was the progenitor of all the dark races, meaning of all the Africans, but not the Negroes. What were we called before we was called African American? We was called Negroes. I'm saying that was our nationality. So this is talking about black people right in America right now. This is talking about black people that went through the transatlantic slave trade. You understand? What did it say? It said Ham became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. This is the same thing that the Bible said. This is the same thing the Bible said. The Bible said that Ham had 4 sons. And I'm saying it just named those 4 sons right now, and it's told you that black people in America have nothing to do with these people. You understand? Meaning that we don't have the same, like Ham was not our forefather. That's what this is talking about. Meaning that we don't come from Africa. We're not African. That's not our identity. You understand? That's why that scripture you brought out earlier was so perfect, that his shepherds are dumb dogs, because you a Christian pastor that got the Bible in your goddamn hand. You understand? How is it that you come up with you coined the term African American when the Bible clearly says something different? The Bible says that we ain't African. You understand? How the hell did you coin that term? You know what I'm saying? Because Christians don't know the Bible. They don't know history. They don't know God. They don't know Christ. That's why they tell you God love everybody, come as you are, do what you want. And they tell you all these different things that's literally not in the Bible. But guess what else not in the Bible? You being African. You being African is not in the goddamn Bible, man. It just said Noah had 4 sons, and Negroes, black people in America, are not a part of those 4 sons. You know what I'm saying? nor are they a descendant from Ham at all. You understand? So who the hell are we, man? Man, black people in America, so-called Haitians, Jamaicans, man, we from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi. That's who the hell we is. Just because you got dark skin don't mean that you're those people. You understand? You have your own identity. That's what this is talking about. It said, but not the Negroes, meaning that you have your own culture. You got your own identity. You got your own everything. That's why the Lord called us holy. You know what I'm saying? And Exodus 11:7, the Lord said that, matter of fact, pull that right quick. Exodus 11:7. You know what I'm saying? Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. Yeah, but it said Ham had 4 sons, and it said, but not the Negroes. That's history for you. You understand? That is actual history for you. Let's go to Exodus 11:7. Let me see, because I might be wrong. Oh, you can read it when you got a Baba Gashar.
Come, sir. This is the book of Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7. But against the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Man, you see that the Lord said that he put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. We not the same. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that the Lord put a difference between black people and Africans. We are not the same. You understand? We don't do nothing the same. That's why over 98% of inventions, you understand, where do they come from? They come from black people in America. Africans, I ain't seen not one African invent nothing that we use. But everything I see that we use, my ancestors built this. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be the microwave, the stove, the goddamn car, electricity, the light bulb. You know what I'm saying? My ancestors, 98% of inventions came from black people in America. It didn't come from no dirty, stinking, backwards, bone-eating African. You know what I'm saying? No, it didn't come from them. The Lord said he put a difference between Israel and the Egyptians, meaning he put a difference between Israelites and Africans. He put a difference between black people in America and Africans. We are not the same. We might have the same skin color, but we are not the same at all, man. You understand? Because this is what you got to understand. It's like 57 different countries in Africa. They all at war with each other. They all speak different languages and dialects and all that. So if you African, where the hell you come from in Africa? We pose this question all the time and can't nobody ever answer. You know why? Because you lost. You who Christ was talking about. You lost. You don't know who the hell you is. That's why, nigga, they can change your nationality whenever they want to, and you won't got no problem with it because you lost anyways. You don't take it serious. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But what you got to understand is that you are a Hebrew, you are Israelite, according to the Bible. That's who the hell you is, man. Everybody with dark skin ain't the same. Like, it's East India. I'm a dark skinned brother. It's East Indians in India right now that's way darker than me. You understand? They might got straight hair, but them niggas way darker than me. They not African. And guess what? Africans know they not Africans, and they know they not Africans. You understand? Well, whatever. Just because you stayed in the country, don't make you that people. I can go to China right now and have 15 kids. You know what I'm saying? That don't make my children Chinese. Them niggas is just niggas that stay in China. It's the same thing with black people, nigga. We just niggas that stay in America. You know what I'm saying? The same thing would happen when we was in Africa. We was just niggas that was staying in Africa. Your landmass don't make you who you are. That's why it's white people in South Africa right now, and what do they call themselves? South Africans. Nigga, you ain't no damn South African. The hell are you talking about? You can't. That's why they got skin cancer. The Jewish man, they living in Israel right now, calling themselves the real Jews of the Bible. They ain't no damn real Jew. The Jews of the Bible was black. You know what I'm saying? But this is the confusion that your oppressor started. He moved everybody around, changed everybody's nationality. He changed names of lands, changed the names of people, and now everybody confused, man. But guess what? You ain't gonna be confused then. Going back into this Bible and reading this history, it's clear as day. Believe in your oppressor, believe in these Christian pastors, man, you're gonna be lost every goddamn day you wake up. But once you start reading the Bible, knowing that it's talking about you, you're gonna read everything gonna be different for you. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said what he said. But he said, the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. There is a difference. And one of the main differences that the Lord gave us law, statutes, and commandments, man. That's why we don't put plates on our goddamn lip. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't cut our skin and make big keloids on our skin and make it look like a chain or something. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't take doodle baths with cows. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't bathe in piss. Slovakia. We don't do that. That's why we don't cut the Slovakia for the clitoris off of women and talking about circumcising them. They don't need to have pleasure. We don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? We don't eat people alive. You know what I'm saying? We don't eat anything that moves like the damn Chinese. We don't do. We different from them. You know what I'm saying? Because our culture, we always had the laws of God always since the time of Adam, man. You know what I'm saying? So if we African, why the hell ain't nobody in New York got a place and they live? Why niggas in Oakland ain't got a place and they live? You know what I'm saying? Why we don't do literally nothing that Africans do? Why Africans ain't good at football? I don't know not one African football player. I know probably about two African basketball players. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason why them niggas in the NBA because they tall and goofy. Them niggas ain't even raw like that. You know what I'm saying? Why nobody wanna don't nobody wanna see an African nigga running up the football field? They wanna see niggas. Niggas don't wanna see an African dribbling a damn ball, run up the court, shaking people, shooting threes. They wanna see LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't care about no goddamn African. And that's the difference. We're not the same. The Lord made sure we ain't the same, man. But you know who don't understand this? Black people in America. We don't understand this, man. You understand? Let me get Acts 21:38, and I'm gonna give you an account where they mistake some of the apostles as Africans too. It's like how that's a common misnomer. Black people being African, they mistake some of the apostles as that too. You understand? And they mistake Peter for that. Peter was like, nah, I ain't know. Peter said that he got the same response niggas got today. Nigga, what? I ain't know. I ain't African. He tripping. That's what he said. We're gonna read it right. Acts 21:38. Baba Gashah.
Okay, sir. This is the book of Acts, chapter 21 and verse 38. Art not thou that Egyptian, which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers?
Man, he said these Romans, they're like, man, ain't you that Egyptian? Yeah, this that Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? Why did they mistake him as being an Egyptian? Because he was dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? I just read it in the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. It said Ham, the progenitor of all the dark races, but not the Negroes. And then it said the Egyptians. It said the Canaanites, the Libyans, and Put. He said he was the progenitor of all those dark races. So why did these white people, mistake him as an Egyptian? Because he was dark skinned. You understand? They say, "Ain't you that Egyptian?" Read 30.
Come on, sir. But Paul said, "I am a man which am a Jew."
No, I'm an African just because I'm dark skinned.
I am a man which am a Jew.
Man, look, he knew his culture. He knew where he come from. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, look, I'm not no African. I don't know what the hell you talking about. You know how I know he was disgusted at that, what they were saying? Because we just read Exodus 11:7. It said the Lord do put a difference between Egyptians and Israel. And shall not a dog move his tongue, move his mouth. You know what I'm saying? So he already knew, like, what? Egyptian? I'm a Jew. I'm from the tribe of Judah. What are you talking about? I ain't no Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? I ain't African. What are you talking about? Now he just banged on him. Keep going.
Come on, sir. Of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city. And I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people.
Right, so he was like, man, look, I'm a Jew. I just stay over here. I just stay in Sicily. I just stay in Europe. I just stay over here. I'm a Jew, though. I ain't African. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what we say today. We say the exact same thing Paul said. Nah, I'm just staying in America. And I'm a Jew. I'm from the tribe of Judah. I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. I'm from the tribe of Levi. I'm an Issacharite. I ain't none of that. That's not my nationality. You know what I'm saying? We say the exact same thing this brother said. Keep reading.
Verse 40. And when he had given him license, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand unto the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue, saying,
know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, he even not only did he know who he was, but then he can speak his language too. You know what I'm saying? That nigga he stood up and it was like, man, look, and started speaking in Hebrew tongue. Shema Yasha'Allah Yahweh Allah now Yahweh Akkad. That nigga started speaking Hebrew and had everybody shocked, like, what the hell, this nigga? Yeah, now I'm a real Jew. That's not for play. You know what I'm saying? They do. That's the same reaction that they give us when they see us speaking Hebrew and see that we trying to take our culture back. You understand? Because at this time, black people was already destroyed. You know what I'm saying? We was already scattered into all these different lands. And matter of fact, we gonna get that to let's get matter of fact, I'm gonna get Babylon and Timbuktu. I'm gonna get that right quick. You know what I'm saying? But at this time, why they was shocked is because nigga, all was scattered. It wasn't that many Israelites living in that land, and we were scattered in all these different lands, and we didn't know who we was. You know what I'm saying? You got Babylon and Timbuktu?
Khan, sir.
All right, go to page 90, Baba Kashab.
Khan, sir. Where you want me to start at, Adawan?
So like I'm about to try to find it right now. Hold on. So like I think it's on page 90, but hold on, let me see. Slovakia, just a second. Page 84.
Khan. Okay, I got you, sir.
You can read it when you got it.
Khan, you want me to start when it say in the year?
Yep. Most High Christ, yep.
Khan. This is the book from Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. Right.
So what happened was how we this is some of the history of how we became they started to consider us Africans. You know what I'm saying? This is how we got into Africa and everything. You know what I'm saying? They said in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. So in 65 AD, you know what I'm saying? It's like 65 years after Christ died. You know what I'm saying? The Roman armies came and they circled around Jerusalem and they was just killing us. They was just killing Israelites. They was sending a lot of us back to Europe as slaves. It was murder, hanging the rest of us. You understand? And it was killing the women and children and all that. That's why I said Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. I mean, they was killing everybody, man. And the only place that we could run to was Africa because we blend in with the Africans. That's why when Christ was a kid and Herod was trying to kill all the firstborn, you know what I'm saying? Just like the Egyptians was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to kill all the firstborn when Christ was a baby because they was trying to kill Christ before he can come back and save Israel. They wanted to kill him. So what did Christ's parents do? They fled and they went into Africa. Why did they do that? Because we blend in with the Africans. We all the same color. So how the hell you ain't gonna be able to find us if we over in Africa? You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see a lot of dark skinned people. You know what I'm saying? And whereas if we would have ran to Europe, we would have got found because you got different people with different shades of color. If we would have ran to China, they would have found us. If we would have ran to Saudi Arabia, all these different countries, they would have found us. But we ran into Africa is because we blend in with those people, man. You understand? So keep reading Balkashah. And this is why we ran into Africa, because we was running from the Romans. We was running from Titus. We was running from General Pompey. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading, Mother Shaw.
Sir. During the period of the military governments of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Right, it's a black Jewish slave, but it really means black Jews. You understand? Because Jewish means to be like. These slave markets were full of black Jews. You understand? And like I said, they were sending us back to Europe. They were sending us to all these different countries. You know what I'm saying? As slaves. You know what I'm saying? But this is how we got into Africa. It said that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. And then while we got to Africa, we was at war with the Africans the whole time, because the Africans knew that we was not the same people. They knew that we was not the same people. So guess what happened? They was like, man, who is these people that's in our land, taking up all our resources, and they don't want to have nothing to do with us. They don't want to give us none of their daughters. They want to take our daughters. They don't want to give us their son. They don't want to do nothing that we doing. You understand? You know why we didn't? Because we kept our culture with us everywhere that we went. You understand? We kept our identity everywhere with us that we went. So we forbid to marry with the heathens or sit down with them and be cool. We weren't doing none of that. You understand? Because it was against our culture. Let me see. I wanted to get some on page 92. Let me see if I can find it.
Salakia, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to pull a scripture that correlated exactly what you just brought out, and from Babylon to Timbuktu.
Oh yeah, Most High Christ. Go ahead. Was it Matthew 15 and 24?
24 and
15.
Yep, 24 and 15. Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whosoever readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountain. Verse 17. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of the house.
So like, you know what I'm saying? It said, him that be in Judea, this is what prophecy, us fleeing into Africa was a prophecy. That's why Christ said, him that be in Judea, let him flee into the mountains once you see the Roman armies coming. Because he was telling him everything that was going to happen after he died. He said, after I die, the Romans going to come. You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to actually take Jerusalem. You understand? They ain't going to allow the Sadducees or Pharisees to rule over the people and none of that. They're going to fully take Jerusalem. They're going to fully take our land. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all need to do if y'all want to die, y'all need to flee into Africa. You understand? Because that's what I did when I was a kid. When Herod wanted to kill me, I fled into Africa. We blend in with them. Yeah, we're going to be at war with them or we over there, but it's better going to war with them than dying at the hands of your oppressor. Because he going to make sure he absolutely kills you. You know what I'm saying? These Africans, they just mad because we in their land. They don't care. They just want, you know what I'm saying, make sure we stay in a certain area, and they trying to just push us back and push us away from, you know what I'm saying, taking their resources. But this oppressor, he got a perpetual hatred for you. So what you should do is you should flee. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Verse 18. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
Right.
Verse 19. Go ahead,
saying that, man, don't stop when you see the Romans come, stop with everything that you're doing. If you cooking, stop. If you in the field, you know what I'm saying, getting your wheat and getting your fruits and all that, whatever you're doing, stop doing what you're doing and flee. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell up out of there, man, because they coming with great force, and I don't give a damn about the young or the old, like Deuteronomy said.
Verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
Right. mean, he's telling them like, man, look, woe to them that give child that's pregnant or about to give a child in those days. You understand? Because they're not gonna give a damn about you being pregnant. They're not gonna give a damn about your kid being 2, 1, 3. They don't care. You understand? Keep going, Bob.
Come, sir. Verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Right. So then basically he started telling them like, man, look it's gonna be bad. So hopefully you listen to what I'm saying and you don't leave in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you don't think that they're gonna give you a pass and allow you to just stay there and well he didn't do nothing wrong like that. We already killed all of them. Just give him a pass. They ain't gonna give you no pass. You know what I'm saying? So don't wait till it's wintertime and then decide that you want to leave. As soon as you see him leave. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should do. And that's how black people got in Africa. That's where they got the term calling us Africans from, because they automatically think in their head because they took us from Africa that we Africans, that we native to that land. But guess what? I got something to tell you. Your oppressor, he knows for a fact we not Africans. You know what I'm saying? That's why when he got to that land, the Africans told him that we got the Hebrews as slaves. You know what I'm saying? We got the Hebrews as slaves. And then the oppressor was like, what? Man, the Romans they chased them in Africa. You know what I'm saying? So now you mean to tell me? So this you got to follow up into history 400 years ago when the oppressor started to get back in power again. You know what I'm saying? Because in Revelations it said that he was going to be locked in a dungeon for 1,000 years. That's when black people was ruling Europe for 1,000 years, and basically the white man wasn't a slave, but he wasn't in power at all. And then after 1,000 years let up, you know what I'm saying? He started to gain his power back in Europe and in Turkey and Russia and all these different places, and he started to become a superpower. And after he started to become a superpower, he wanted to basically repay black people for what they did to them. So they started to look for us in all these different lands. You understand? They started looking for us all over Europe, where we was, Russia, you know what I'm saying, Africa. And then when they got there, the Africans was like, man, look, we got some niggas that we had war with called the Hebrews, called the Israelites. That's why when you can get the book, what is it called? The Negro Question. And it go always from Negro Question Part 1 all the way to 13. I had it on my phone. I was going to pull it, but for some reason it's not on there. It want me to pay $10. And I ain't doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? But on the Negro Question, it show you that in Africa, on the west coast of Africa, that it was lands. Some of those lands over there was called Judah, Benjamin, Levi. It was naming them after our tribe. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when your oppressor got there, he knew that we was there, because not only did the Africans know, but they knew by looking at maps. Like, okay, they over here, they still over here. The Africans said they over there, and then they got us and they put us on the slave ships and they brought us to America and they named us black, they named us Negro, and they named us African American. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna pull it. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a Joel chapter 3 verse 1. Joel chapter 3 verse 1. You can read it when you got it too, Baba Kashaw.
Okay, sir. You said Joel 3 and 1, sir?
Yep.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Right. Meaning that the Lord was going to put us in captivity again. You understand? This time it was going to be just like the scripture saying, Deuteronomy 28. We're going to pull that next. It said you're going to go into Egypt again with ships. The Lord was serious when he said that. We already went into Egypt as slaves. You know what I'm saying? Before, and he said, but this time you're going to go again as ships. That's why this scripture say he's going to bring again the captivity of Jerusalem and Israel. Keep going, Baruch Shah.
Verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
Right. So basically, the Lord said, man, okay, I'm gonna punish y'all for what y'all did to my people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they were supposed to serve me they were supposed to serve y'all for 400 years, but it was certain things that y'all did to my people that y'all wasn't supposed to do. So I'm gonna bring y'all down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and in World War III, all these different nations, they're gonna get destroyed, and they're gonna be black people slaves again. You understand? And then he gonna explain why. Keep going, Baba Kishar.
Verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? And
he said, well, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? You know what I'm saying? These are two African nations. These are two African coasts. He said, what do y'all have to do with me? Y'all ain't got nothing to do with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what did the Lord say in Amos 3:1? Ye only have I known of all the families of the earth. That's what the Bible say. It said, ye only have I known of all the families of the earth. The Lord don't know no other families, meaning that he don't deal with them. So that's why the Lord asking them, what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? You ain't got nothing. I don't deal with y'all. I deal with the Israelites. I deal with my people. You understand? Keep going.
And all the coast of Palestine.
And all the coast of Palestine, which is all the coast of Israel, is Africans. You understand? Israel is right there, right by Africa. That's how we was able to get to Africa, running from the Romans. That's why when we left Egypt, left Africa, and found the Middle East, that's how we was able to get there. It's only 90 miles away from Palestine, which is Israel. You understand? But he said, all ye coast of Palestine, what have you to do with me? Nothing. Keep going.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Mm-hmm.
And if ye render me a recompense, and if ye render me a recompense swiftly and speed, and if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So the Lord said, man, look, you think that you can do something to me and get away with it? That what y'all think. So guess what? I'm gonna return that favor to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna, but it's gonna be quick. You understand? Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Right, because not only is this twofold, his silver and his gold, he's talking about the Israelites, but also talking about in 70 AD when they took everything out the temple, they took everything that belonged to the Israelites. All our records, they stole everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And it classified as to be theirs. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
It said the coast of Palestine, which is Africans, did what?
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Man, it's in the Bible, man. You understand that the Africans sold black people. You know what I'm saying? Africans sold Haitians and Jamaicans and Hispanic. They sold us to all these different European nations. That's what Africans did. They are not our forefathers, man. Because guess what? Family would never do this to family. You know how I know? Because if that was the case, if we Africans, why the hell Africans ain't keep selling Africans? I mean, African is the biggest country on the planet. Why the hell them niggas ain't keep selling Africans out of Africa? You know what I'm saying? Because Africans been at war with each other. It's 57 different countries, thousands of different dialects. Them niggas been at war with each other, killing each other, and having civil wars and all that. So they had other Africans as that they conquered. Why didn't they sell those other Africans? Because they know those other Africans are their family. No matter the different dialect, no matter the different language, no matter the different country they're from, they know, well, at least y'all from Africa. But these niggas that stand here with this Bible, they ain't, you know what I'm saying, that's wearing garments and growing beards, these niggas not from out here. That's why they sold us to the oppressor, because they knew that we was not the same people, man. Because when you continue to read the book of Babylon and Timbuktu, it tell you that we kept our culture with us everywhere we go. Everywhere we went, we kept our culture with us. telling us that we was holy. We not like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Don't mingle with other nations. Don't eat what they eat. Don't do what they do. Don't worship their gods. And that kept us separate from everybody else. That's how the Africans knew that we was different. We wasn't putting plates in our lip. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't taking doodle baths with cows. You know, a lot of times Africans don't even want to kill cows because they worship some cow god that date back all the way to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? They think a cow is more sacred than anything. You can look it up on YouTube. And it's not just one African tribe that think that. Majority of them niggas think that. You know what I'm saying? They like, nigga, no, we can't eat no cow, bro. You tripping, that's God. That's what them niggas think. You know what I'm saying? Why black people ain't got, why none of that see through the cracks and coming over here from the transatlantic slave trade? Why don't we serve cow gods? Why we ain't got plates on our lip? You understand? Why we ain't like Africans, they be like a different type of dark. Them niggas like a dirty dark. Like black people get dark too, but them niggas Africans is like a dull, filthy dark. Like them niggas just dirty. You know what I'm saying? Black people ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? We be shining like gold. You understand? But overall, nothing about us is the same as them. And the Africans selling black people into slavery is in the Bible. You understand? That's a common misnomer to say that Africans sold other Africans. That didn't happen. That's a common misnomer. That never happened. What happened was Africans sold Israelites that was living in Africa. That's what we just read in the Bible. You understand? One scripture I'm gonna get. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28:68. We'll get Deuteronomy 28:68. And this is history that you ain't gonna learn in the Christian church because they don't understand history. This history that you're not gonna learn at school. You know how I know? Because in schools they teach black people that the transatlantic slave trade is now called a transatlantic migration, and they got in the textbooks that we just came over here willingly to be servants. Like what the hell? Like you really, and that's why history is just like, that's why you can't really believe a lot of history. You understand? We believe the history that correlate with the Bible because we know that the Bible is the actual real history of the world and everything else. You know what I'm saying? But other books like this book Babylon telling through everything in this ain't true. You know what I'm saying? But there's some parts in it that correlates with the Bible, so we use it. You understand? But that's why you really can't believe history because it's exactly that. His story. That's what it is. It's his story. His version of the account. And a lot of times with history, whoever won, they give their account. Whoever lost, they can't give the account. But the person who won, they give their account. That's what America is doing right now. America won the war against Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. So guess what they do? They give their account of history of how it went to them. Oh yeah, man, they came over here willingly. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be servants. But if you ask black people, their account what happened, man, them niggas stole us from over there. Threw us off the boat, killed 100 million of us. That's our story of it. We got two different sides of the story, man. You understand? And the truth come out, you know what I'm saying, when you pick up this Bible, man. You understand? Let me just get a Deuteronomy 28:68. Hold on, let me see real quick. Yeah, we can pull that. Deuteronomy 28:68.
That one comes, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It's saying the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. This after the Africans sold us into the Grecians, sold us into all these different European nations. What happened? We came to America on what? On ships. This is in the Bible. The transatlantic slave trade is in the Bible. They say, you should read it from the top again, Baba Gashah.
Khan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It's saying the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. You understand? And that's exactly what happened to black people. That's how we got to America. That's how the Mexicans got to Europe. That's how the Native American Indians got to Europe. They got there with ships. You understand? Keep reading.
Khan. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And he said, look, it's going to happen exactly how I'm describing it to you. You're going to go on ships. Exactly how I'm telling it to you, that's what's going to happen again. And what you got to understand is that we never went back into Egypt again. So this is how we know this is a prophecy. Because when you do the history of Israelites, they never went back into Egypt as slaves, a whole nation. You understand? That's how you know it's a prophecy, because we didn't go back. You understand? And then on top of that, Egypt is a Greek word, you know what I'm saying, which means bondage. The real name for that land is called Mizraim. You know what I'm saying? And you can get that in Genesis. Hold on, so just hold that right quick. Let me just pull Genesis right quick. You can get that in Genesis chapter 10. That was one of Bruh's sons, Mizraim. You see. In verse 10 and 13, they said, and Mizraim begot Ludan and Anaman and Laban and Naphtahim. So this is basically talking about Egypt. Mizraim, that's the name of the actual land of Egypt. It's not called Egypt. Egypt is a Greek word which means bondage. So when you read the scripture in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it says you shall go into Egypt again on ships, meaning that you shall go into bondage again with ships this time. Keep reading.
Okay. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Right. So we was took by our enemies and sold into some more enemies. You understand? For bondmen and bondwomen. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that your oppressor is your enemy for one. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't be believing none that he goddamn say. You understand? And the people that sold you is your goddamn enemy. Because guess what? A friend wouldn't do that. A friend wouldn't gather y'all up. Like, you know how much of a well thought out plan they had to be? You know how much they had to really be in cahoots with each other to actually pull this off? It's not an easy thing to take people from one country to a faraway land that take down there a year and 3 months to get to successfully and then build America. Nigga, you know how much of a great plan that was? They had to be in it together, man. You understand? What'd you say?
I said right, sir.
Man, they're right. They had to be in cahoots with each other, man. You know what I'm saying? That we had to actually absolutely been at war with them Africans over there for them to be selling us like this. You understand? I had them numbers. And can you read the last of it?
Come on, sir. And no man shall buy you.
Right. It said after you get sold into your enemies into this strange land, it said no man is going to buy you, man. You understand? No man is going to buy you, meaning that no man is going to be able to redeem you from what the Lord did. You understand? Nobody's going to, and that's why we still in America right now. And guess who tried? Jesse Jackson tried. You understand? He tried to save black people by giving us a new identity. You know what I'm saying? But you know why the fault is on him, why he's so disgusting, and why that word African American is just so violent. You know what I'm saying? Because God gave us a culture. God gave us our identity. You understand? And he's trying to tie our identity into the Africans and to the Americans and to the same people that sold us. You understand? And what make it so more disgusting because the scriptures tell you that the Africans sold us to the oppressor. They tell us that. And guess what? He know the Bible and he don't tell nobody that. He don't tell nobody what the Bible says, man. You understand? But the Lord said, "You shall be sold into your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Jesse Jackson tried. Martin Luther King tried. He said, "I got a dream. We all gonna hold hands and get along." And he tried. Jackson said, "Man, I got a dream. We're gonna be called African Americans." He tried, but guess what? They all failed. Malcolm X tried too. He tried to make you Muslim. He tried, but guess what? He failed. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Garvey, he tried, but he failed. You know why he failed? Because the scripture said, "No man gonna be able to save you from what I did." You understand? So yeah, man. With that, man, this is the Monday Night History class. Hopefully, I broke it down raw enough for you to understand that black people are not Africans. You know what I'm saying? And our national African American is not a nationality. And then there's one more thing I forgot to bring out too. Not only is Jesse Jackson disgusting for what he did, right? Naming us that, but African is the name African American. Those are two white people names. You know what I'm saying? Amerigo Vespucci is where they got America from. You understand? That's his name. Scipio, Leo Scipius Africanus, he conquered Hannibal. You understand? In the First Punic War, and then he named Africa after himself. These are two white men's names, man. So how the hell could we ever be African American when these are two white people names? It don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull one scripture right quick. You know what I'm saying? Because this was in the Bible even said they was gonna do that, man. How the hell is we gonna be called African American and that's two oppressors now? That don't make no goddamn sense. And don't nobody have a problem with that, man. Let me see. Okay. Let pull Psalms 49:11, Baba Gashah. You know what I'm saying? They this African American after two white men and black people took that and ran with it, man. And once you find out everything you found out in this class about the history of all these different terms and who coined them, you should question yourself down there. Who the hell am I? I'm not Egyptian. I can't be an African American. Can't be an Afro American. Can't be black. That's not even a goddamn place. Well, who the hell am I, man? That's the question that black people gotta ask. And once you find out, you start to ask those questions, you find out true Israelite, you'll start to live your life different, man. Because you will understand that the Lord gave you laws, statutes, and commandments that you have to keep. You know what I'm saying? If you keep them, you will be great. If you don't, you will be in hell. You know what I'm saying? Read it when you got a Baba Gashah.
Khan. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
And your oppressor thoughts is that his house is going to continue forever. Like the oppressor, he think that America is going to last forever. He thinks that his children are going to, and his children is going to be in rulership forever for what they did to Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, man. But guess what? He got another thing coming, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said he's going to rule for a short time. And that short time that he ruling in, guess what? Everything that he worked so hard for and everything that he thought was going to last forever is going to be destroyed in less than a goddamn hour. That's what the Bible said. Keep reading, Baba Gashah.
Khan. And their dwelling places to all generations.
Hold on, it said that their houses shall continue for Slaki, and that their dwelling places to all generations. Right, that's exactly what I just got through saying. Like he thinking that him being an evil bastard and destroying black people and benefiting off of it, he think that that's going to help his children's children. You understand? He think that if he keep his foot on black people necks and Hispanic necks, that it's going to keep his children above everybody. And guess who else thinks like that? Your Christian pastor, because he want to be just like him. He think about you going to church every Sunday and him lying to you that like his children gonna be straight as long as you keep paying tithes and you come to the church and soaking in them lies that he's telling you. He ain't got to worry about his children being poor. You know what I'm saying? Or being on drugs or going out robbing somebody and getting killed or going to commit a crime and shoot nobody and he ain't got to worry about that because he got all the money out your goddamn neighborhood to where he can just live lavish and all sweet and go to all these different countries on boats and you know what I'm saying? And all these different things. Keep going.
Come, sir. They call their lands after their own names.
They do what?
They call their lands after their own names.
America is named after who?
They call their lands after their own names.
Man, they call their lands after the lands that they conquered with the sword, with bloodshed. They named them countries after their own names, man. That's what happened with America. That's what happened with Africa. Why the hell is it a whole continent full of stinking, dirty, backwards, bone-eating Africans? You know what I'm saying? Doodle bath taking Africans. It's a whole country with millions of them niggas over there. But guess what? That country ain't called by nobody that's African at all. It's called after Leo Scipius Africanus. It's called after a white man because he conquered that land. You know what I'm saying? America was over 77 million Native American Indians over here, man. You understand? They brought 100 million black people. They killed 100 million black people on the way over here. Only about 1 million or 2 made it. You understand? And guess what? They took that, conquered everybody, and named America after themselves. That's what they do. The Bible said they've been doing that. You understand? And if they don't name themselves after the land, you know what I'm saying? They're going to name themselves that people. That's why America's called, they say we the Americans, we the South Africans, we the Europeans, we the Australians, We the Venezuelans. We the original Native American Indians. That's what your oppressor do, man. You know what I'm saying? Then by Jesse Jackson coming out with this term African American, he want to teach black people to be like that too. You understand? And it's disgusting because the Lord gave us a heritage. But with that being said, man, we're going to go ahead and end the class. Today is Monday night history class. I'm saying I'm Natazab officer at 500 with Quran Yala officer at 50. If you're tuning in, make sure you put your name, city, and state so we can mark you down for attendance. I'm saying after you do 90 days, you get your Hebrew name. I'm saying all you got to do is check in for 90 days in class by putting your name, city, and state, and you'll get your Hebrew name. Just like when Christ gained followers and the disciples became his disciples, they was called something else. And then once they started to follow Christ, he changed their name because they became a new person. So that's what we do in ISUPK. We keep that culture. So make sure you tune in. Tomorrow, Officer Kranyala, Tuesday Brotherhood class. We teach Wednesday class. We teach Friday class and Sunday class. And make sure you like and subscribe as well. You understand? You got security announcements if you don't worry about it.
Common sir, I got them.
All right.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3:8-10. Means 10th in Hebrew, ma'asharah. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Announce holy convocations from Sheep. Remind Akim and Akwath to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf.
I'm saying with that being said, Yahweh Shemi Ashah Brakatat all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Ataba Shemi Ashah all the sisters. Tune in tomorrow. Shalom.